Morning.
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 Is getting excited for Christmas?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm excited to sleep the whole time.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm going on a cruise. Woo-hoo. So,
Lucky.
Wow. Which cruise?
we're going on a Carnival cruise to the Bahamas, my husband and I, for our anniversary. This will be our 35th anniversary. We're
Happy
gonna
anniversary. Early anniversary.
we're gonna go stay the night in Miami on the 18th, and then take take the cruise on the 19th through the 22nd, and our anniversary is on the 19th. So yeah, it'll be fun. Okay. And yeah, we went on a cruise back in March with a lot more family members, but this one was just the two of us. I saw you had your, is that a border collie, Cassidy? Yeah, what's the name of your dog?
Diesel.
What?
His name's Diesel.
Diesel. Okay, and he is a border collie, it looked like, at least from my angle with the face. We used to have one many years ago. She was nuts to run around really fast, and she used to herd the cat, which I thought was hilarious.
My mom says it's an English Springer Spaniel.
Okay, so I guess I can't just go on the face. Okay. Ours was, we called her Oreo because she had a white tummy. And pumpkin spice is not locked, but I have the door closed. I don't want pumpkin spice getting all over the screen because she will. She almost knocked over my screen the other day, got on top of it. And she's getting fatter, and she's able to get up in the bunk beds now. Okay, so we're going to start in about 3 minutes. Are you guys doing any like Christmas caroling, or you have any special traditions before Christmas with your families? No? We've we haven't really done Christmas caroling, but we have like a little Christmas book that I made several years ago with like stories and stuff. It's fun. But we're supposed to start at December 1st, and my husband and I totally forgot because our daughter's in Miami for till Saturday. She's doing an art crawl basically with her art class. She's at Harrison School of the Arts, and so as a senior, they're doing basically an art crawl, going to all these different art museums. Okay, well, we are almost ready. I'm doing things a little bit different in this lesson, and we'll see how you guys like it. As far as reviewing our vocab, we can do like a kind of a game, sort of. We'll see. And some of you have already done the 208 and 209 activities, and if you've got perfect scores, I wouldn't worry about that. But if you've got less than perfect scores, this lesson will hopefully help you a lot. And if you haven't yet done these assignments, well, this will definitely get you there. Okay, 1 more minute. I do have a question at the bottom. Can you all see well, I have it on the bottom. Can y'all see like the little thing that says mute or chat and that sort of thing? Like it's like a little bar with different things. Do you all see where it says annotate?
My screen disappeared.
Oh, okay.
I can see your screen, but I'm sorry, I can't hear you. The kids are screaming and they're talking.
Yeah. Well, do you all see where it says annotate on the screen?
No, because my screen's gone.
All right, well, maybe that's something I have. to do. If I click on annotate, which I just did now, do you guys see different things?
No.
Oh. Okay, well. I'm trying to do a game. When I was in the classroom, I mean, not right this second, but when I was in the classroom, I used to do something called a fly swatter game with vocab. And everybody, 2 people would have a fly swatter and they would hit the board at certain times. But I can't quite do that with this, so I'm trying to do a remodification. And we'll see. All right, well, let's go ahead and get started. We're on lessons 208 and 209. This is more all about school activities. In lesson 207, we learned about our class subjects and more clothing items, how to use the verb necesitar. Remember, necesito is I need, necesitas is you need, necesita is he or she needs. We learned about uniforms, and the dress code is sometimes very different in Spanish-speaking countries. And we also reviewed our AR verbs. Remember, the AR verbs. The AR verbs, remember, we take off the ending and we add O for yo, AS for to, etc. It goes on. All right, we'll, of course, be continuing reviewing it. Our objectives for today, we're going to describe school using adjectives, likes and dislikes. We're going to identify school vocabulary. We're talking about school, understanding the description of school. You get to participate in some conversations about likes, dislikes, and description of school. Using the verb gustar with nouns to describe what you like and what you don't like. Adjective agreements, talk about school. Reading strategies to understand key points and familiar topics, and compare school life in Spanish-speaking countries with our own. Of course, if you've done your BBA, you know that that's one of the things you need to tell me about on that BBA, but that was, most of you should be done with that. All of you should be done with that. So if you're not, that's something to do. Okay. These are these Florida State standards, which there's quite a few. We're not going to go over those. All right, let's go over vocab. Here we go. Ella es. The double L is like a Y sound. Ella es. She is. Ella es interesante. She is interesting. Él es. He is. Él es guapo. He's handsome. Notice if L has an accent mark on it, it means he. If it did not have the accent mark, it would be the. So the accents are important for what a word can mean. Mucho, a lot. Me gusta mucho la clase de educación física. I like a lot my PE class, or I like it a lot. Más, more. Me gusta más escribir. I like more to write. Divertido or divertida. That would be divertido for something masculine or a person who's a boy. Divertida would be feminine or a person who's girl. So it means funny. Yo soy divertida, I'm funny. Now divertida can also be entertaining. And another word, cómica or cómico, means funny as well. But here we have divertido and divertida, which is presented by your lesson. También, also, a mí me gusta la clase de inglés y también me gusta la clase de matemáticas. I like English class and also I like math class. Actually, I never liked math class. That was not my favorite. If you want to do a screenshot which will allow you to have these vocab words in your notes. You can do that. I'll give you a moment. Or a screenshot with your camera if that's what you need. Okay. I'm gonna go on. We're using that vocab again a bit. I'm always moving things on my screen. Okay, el amigo es divertido. The friend is funny. But we can change el amigo to el with an accent mark on it, which means he. El es divertido. He is funny. So there's some interchangeableness between a subject pronoun, he, and a noun, el amigo, the friend. Okay. Mi amigo tiene dos clases de lenguaje. My friend has 2 classes of language. El. So we could change mi amigo for el, he. Él tiene 2 clases de lenguaje. He has 2 classes of language. By the way, many of you put ELA on some of your writing assignments or in like an essay question on one of the quizzes. And we don't use ELA in Spanish. You would be better to use lenguaje, language. Okay, la clase de lenguaje, the language class. Or language arts. Okay, mi amiga, or la amiga es mucho más interesante que Fernando. The friend is more interesting than Fernando. So instead of using la amiga, we're going to use ella, which means she. Ella es más interesante que Fernando. She is more interesting than Fernando. Very much more interesting. Okay, mi amiga tiene 16 años. My friend is 16 years old. Instead of mi amiga, we can say ella. Ella tiene 16 años. She is 16 years old. You have any questions on this? You can take a noun and make it into a subject pronoun. He or she. Okay. Let's talk about likes and dislikes. Okay, it says no te gusta tampoco o no te gusta nada. So, do you not like either, or do you not like anything? Nothing. Basically. In Spanish, we have we can use double and triple negatives. Have you heard in English that you can't use double or triple negatives in English? Okay, so you can't say it's I don't like nothing. Can't say that in English. But in Spanish, you can. No me gusta nada. I don't like nothing. Okay. You can do that in Spanish. In English, you have to say, I don't like anything. But in Spanish, I don't like nothing. No me gusta nada. Does that make sense? So it's a little bit different. We're going to do some more vocab here. New words. Not too many new words this time, thank goodness. So we've got el almuerzo, the lunch. El almuerzo es más o menos. The lunch is so-so. Nada, nothing. A mí no me gusta nada el almuerzo en la cafetería. I don't like lunch at all in the cafeteria, or I don't like nothing for lunch, okay? Un poco, a bit. ¿Te gusta comer un poco en la cafetería? Do you like to eat a little bit in the cafeteria? Tampoco, neither. No me gusta comer en la cafetería. A Jose no le gusta tampoco. I don't like to eat in the cafeteria. Jose doesn't like to eat neither or either. In English, we'd say either, but in Spanish, you'd say neither. Aburrido or aburrida, bored. You use aburrido with a masculine word or with a boy, or aburrida with a feminine word or a girl. La clase de música es aburrida. The music class is boring, not just bored, because if I say estoy aburrida, I'm saying I'm bored, right? If I said soy aburrida, I would say I am boring, which is it's a quality. Hopefully I'm not boring. But if you say estoy aburrida, that's temporary. I am bored. Okay, so when you say la clase de música es aburrida, you're saying that music class is boring all the time. Hopefully not. I always found it fun. Anybody need to do a screenshot of these words? Okay, well, let's go do this a little bit. Here, let's go. Okay, so we're learning a little bit more about likes and dislikes. Okay. A mi amiga le gusta el café. My friend likes coffee. Okay, notice we put the ah here. This is the personal ah because she's a human being. Okay. A mi amiga, my friend, le gusta el café. She likes coffee. Okay. My friend likes coffee. Okay, and we use gusta with a singular item, which is café. It's one thing. Okay. Now we've got another example. A mi amigo Pedro le gustan las clases fáciles. My friend Pedro likes easy classes. Okay, so the personal a mi amigo Pedro. My friend Pedro likes easy classes. Well, classes is a plural word, so we use gustan. In Spanish, for gustar, we only use gusta for singular items or gustan for plural items. Notice it depends, and that depends on the items that we like. It does not depend on how many people like the item, okay? The ley before gusta and gustan here is he or she likes. Okay, if I like something, it would be me, M-E, me gusta, or me gustan. If I want to say you like something, you familiar, I would use te, T-E, te gusta, or te gustan. Now, gustar is a very easy verb once you get the hang of it. When it's first introduced, I know it's a little strange to you, but it's actually, I think, easier than a lot of the other verb tenses and verbs in general, because you only have 2 forms. All your other verbs are going to have 6 forms. Annika, it's good to attend because you might learn something. Okay. All right, here we go. A él no le blank la clase de arte. In the chat box, should we use gusta or gustan here on the blank? Type in, or are we going to use gusta or gustan on this blank line? A él no le blank la clase de arte. Okay, Valeria has given me an answer. And Rosella, okay, yes, it's gusta. Because clase is a singular word. It's not plural. Okay. Sorry, I just got a new glucose monitor. My sugar's going up for some reason, probably because I eat cereal. Okay. Ella le blank las clases de español e inglés. Now here, are we going to use gusta or gustan? Okay, Rosella says gustan, which is correct because clases has an S on it and it is a plural word. Okay, oops, sorry. Screen's a bit back and forth. Okay, so let's look at the bottom here. A Carlos le blank el cuaderno de ciencias. The thing we're talking about here is el cuaderno, because the notebook of science, science notebook. Okay, so are we going to use gusta or gustan here? I only see Rosella and Valeria typing in the chat. I'd like to see y'all, the rest of you. Some of you are having issues with Gustar who have turned this in. Ursula says that it is gusta. And that's true because cuaderno is a single item. A Carlos le gusta el cuaderno de ciencias. He likes his science notebook. Okay, a Alicia no le blank los pantalones azules. Okay, are we going to use gusta or gustan? Remember, gustar is the infinitive, it's the verb. It's either gusta or gustan. Which one are we going to use? I'm waiting. Cassidy, I don't see you typing away. Which one do you say? Rosella says gustan. Okay, and that's because pantalones here is the plural item. Okay, pants that are blue pants, gustan. I want to point out something here. They added in the word no. If you don't like something, you put no before lay or may or tay or whoever does the not liking.
I can't tap because my screen disappeared.
Oh, you not see anything?
No. I just see you guys.
Okay, that's weird. All right, these are the answers, and I'm going to go back to something messing up here. Okay. Because, so we gusta because clase is singular, gusta because cuaderno singular, gustan because clases is plural, gustan because pantalones azules is plural. All right, here's some more vocab. This is the last vocab group. We've got el chico and la chica. El chico is the boy, la chica is the girl. El chico tiene 15 años. The boy is 15 years old. La escritura, the writing. En la clase de español, ella practica la escritura. In Spanish class, ella, practices writing. El escritorio, notice it's not the same as escritura, which is writing. Escritorio is a desk. El escritorio de Amariles es grande y de color azul. The desk of Amariles, or Amariles' desk, is big and it's blue. La pizarra, the blackboard. Now, most classes now have a whiteboard, but when I grew up, we only had blackboards. They have lots of chalk dust everywhere. Okay, and it says here, el maestro de historia escribe la fecha en la pizarra. The history teacher writes the date on the blackboard. This is still a word that you do need to know because even when you go to college, some of them still have blackboards. Depends on the college you're at. Okay, we've got el diccionario. The dictionary is a cognate for in English or in Spanish. It looks and sounds like the word it means. Okay, el estudiante, la estudiante, the student. El estudiante is a boy, la estudiante is a girl. But estudiante by itself ends with an E. So the only way we know if it's masculine or feminine is if it's got an L or a la before it. El gimnasio, the gym. La biblioteca, this is not, what do you think la biblioteca means? These are false cognates. What does it look like to you? If you don't. Okay, Rosella says it doesn't mean Bible. That's right. Bible is la Biblia, but la biblioteca is the library because, let me tell you why. Remember that Spanish is a Romance language. It comes from Latin, and in Latin, the word biblios means books. So la Biblia is the books, basically. Yeah, that's the Bible. La biblioteca is the library, where you've got lots of books. Okay. La librería. What do you think that means is? La librería. What is that? Yeah, Rosella says it's not a library. What is it? It still has something to do with books. It's a bookstore. Okay. But it is because libro means book, la librería. It's a store, it's a bookstore. All right, here's some also some words that are said differently in other countries. So el escritorio is used for desk internationally, but el pupitre is another word used for desk. And usually that is a student desk, not, you know, someone's big airplane landing desk. Like you go to some of these fancy schmancy offices and you're going to have a huge desk. That would be el escritorio because it's massive. Okay, but el pupitre is more of a pupil student desk. You know, those tiny little desks that they put you guys in. All right. We've got here. It's more about education. This is kind of a list, okay? We've got United States, Australia, France, and Spain represented here. So school is not mandatory in all the Spanish-speaking countries like it is in the US. In the United States, education is free from about the age of 5 till 18. Public education, right? Australia is similar to the US, except that school is mandatory after age 6. So if you're 6 years old and you're not enrolled in school, you're in trouble in Australia. France and Spain. France and Spain have a mandatory educational system from the time you're 6 years old until you turn 16, but public school is free from the age of 3 to 18. So let's say you have a child who needs to go to pre-K all day long, then it would be free in France and Spain. Here in the US, you get 3 hours of free pre-K for 3 and 4-year-olds, but it is it's not free all day long. It's only free for those first 3 hours. Okay, here's some more. Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Honduras, and Puerto Rico. In Nicaragua, preschool is not required, but it's mandatory to go to school from the time you're 6 years old until you're 12. Imagine only going until you're 12. Also, this mandatory education is free. So when you turn 12, I believe they do have more schooling available, but it may not be free. Costa Rica, school is mandatory from age 3 to 15. From the time you turn 16 until 18, school is not mandatory, but it is also free. So you might have a lot of people who just quit school very early in those countries. Honduras, school is mandatory up to 9th grade. That's about the age of 14. Education is also free until the end of 9th grade. And after that, it's money. In Puerto Rico, school is mandatory from age 4 to age 18. Okay. And it's free, just like in the United States, Australia, France, Spain, and Nicaragua, Costa Rica, and Honduras. So it's free, but they give you free preschool kids. Okay, let's go over a few practice questions, and then we'll do our game. Okay. So I want you to look very carefully at these paragraphs, and I do want everybody participating, okay? Mi escuela es grande, tiene muchos salones de clases y una cafetería donde yo como el almuerzo. La biblioteca tiene muchos libros. Yo voy a la biblioteca para estudiar para la clase de geografía porque es difícil. La biblioteca no es divertida, es aburrida. ¿Cómo es la biblioteca? That last sentence tells you the answer. Put that out there. A, B, C, or D. ¿Cómo es la biblioteca? And put this in the chat, please. Your answers in the last sentence. Okay, Annika says A, aburrida. Yes, the library is boring. It's not fun, it's boring. Okay, and divertida can mean fun, not just funny. So clear that up a little bit. Okay, let's go back. Okay, let's try this. Sorry. Wait a minute. Oh, we skipped some. Okay, here's a picture of a boy with blonde hair and blue eyes. Es alto, guapo y tiene 18 años. El pelo es rubio y los ojos son azules. Okay. So what word would fit? Rosella says sí, el chico, which is correct, the boy. Okay, let's look at the second one. Mi escuela es grande. Tiene muchos salones de clases y una cafetería donde yo como almuerzo. La biblioteca tiene muchos libros. Yo voy a la biblioteca para estudiar la clase de geografía porque es difícil. La biblioteca no es divertida, es aburrida. ¿Qué comes en la escuela? ¿Es la cafetería, la estudiante, el almuerzo, or el estudiante? ¿Qué comes en la escuela? And remember, you got to know what ¿qué means. It means what? ¿Qué comes en la escuela? What do you eat at school? Yeah, I see one right answer. I see another one. The answer is C, el almuerzo. You eat lunch at school. All right, let's look at this last question. Buenas tardes, amigos. Me llamo Manuel. Voy a una escuela pública en Miami. Tengo 7 periodos. Me gusta mucho la clase de educación física. No me gustan las matemáticas. A mi amigo Enrique no le gustan las matemáticas tampoco. A Enrique le gusta la clase de física. Él es inteligente. A mí no me gusta nada la clase de física. A mí me gustan los deportes. What does Enrique not like either? A, B, C, or D? What does he not like? Enrique does. Yes, B. Enrique no le gusta tampoco las matemáticas. He doesn't like math either, or neither. All right. One more. All right, so we've got the same one, same paragraph. Que no le gusta nada a Manuel. What does Manuel doesn't like at all? You should all get this one. A, he doesn't like math. And neither does his friend Enrique. All right. Oh, I forgot we had this, and then we have something. All right. Masculine and feminine is super important in the Spanish language. I know there's a lot of controversy about gender in the world, period, but in language, there's not a lot of give and take on that. Okay, so masculine in Spanish, a word would end with O. Oops, goodness. Just looking along. Like aburrido, bored, boring, divertido, fun, funny. Those end with O, so they're masculine words. Feminine words end with the letter A, like aburrida, or divertida? Any questions on that? Okay. Now, some words end in the letter E. A word that ends in the letter E is not masculine or feminine, but it's an adjective usually. And that's used to describe a person. Like we have un chico paciente, a patient boy. Okay. Well, paciente can be used with a boy or girl. Okay. And the way we put un before chico, a boy who's patient. Okay. Carlos is paciente. Carlos is patient. We don't have to change paciente with an O or an A. It's always the letter E. Same with the girl. Una chica inteligente, an intelligent girl. Maria is inteligente. Maria is intelligent. Okay, so we don't need to worry about that. Now, if we want to make a word plural, okay, if the word ends in A or O or E, all we do is add the letter S to it. So, paciente becomes pacientes. Intelligent becomes inteligentes. We would use that if we've got more than one person, like las chicas inteligentes, the intelligent girls. Okay, if we've got, okay, let's say we've got funny boys, divertidos, we just add an S. Boring girls, we'd add S. Aburridas to describe them. Okay. Here's some other examples. Oh, sorry. All right. Singular. Tengo un libro amarillo. I have a yellow book. The color of the book goes after the noun to describe it. Plural. Tengo unos libros de colores. I have some multicolored books. Colores. Okay. De colores means lots of colors. Or colored books, lots of colors. But we add colores with the letter R, so we add ES to make it plural. All right, let's look at this. If we have a word that ends in a vowel, we add the letter S to make it plural. Like A-E-I-O-U, those were our vowels, Spanish and English. We just add the letter S to make it plural. If it ends in a consonant, like the letter L, we add the letters ES to make it plural. Azul becomes azules. If we have a word that ends with the letter Z, like feliz or pez, which pez means fish, okay? We replace the Z with the letters CES to make it plural, like feliz becomes felices, okay? Happy. And we would use felices with happy people, not just one happy person. Or if we want to use more than one fish, pez becomes peces. Okay. All right, here's some examples of adjective agreement. Okay, we want to make sure that our adjectives agree with our noun that we're describing. Okay. So it's got to be masculine or feminine, singular or plural. So we've got the blue shirts becomes the blue shirts in Spanish, not the blues shirts. So we wouldn't say las azules camisas, we'd say las camisas azules. Okay. Here's some examples. We've got alto, pequeño, bonito, for masculine, alta, pequeña, bonita for feminine. Plural becomes altos, pequeños, bonitos, feminine, altas, pequeñas, bonitas. We've got an example of masculine singular. El estudiante es alto. El maestro es bajo. El uniforme es bonito. These are all adjectives come at the end. Okay. Masculine plural. Notice we use S with singular, so plural. Los estudiantes son altos, the students are tall. Los zapatos son negros. The shoes are black. Los calcetines son blancos. The socks are white. More singular and feminine. Okay. La casa es alta. The house is tall. La maestra es creativa. The teacher is creative. Amiga es sincera. The friend is sincere. We use S for singular, son with plural, and of course, plural has an S on it. Las casas son altas. Las camisas son negras. Las chicas son blancas. These are special adjectives, the ones that end with the letter E. We've got some examples of these. Okay. Paciente, amable, responsable, grande, inteligente. They're going to be the same in masculine or feminine. El maestro es inteligente. La maestra es inteligente. Same. Add an S, becomes plural. Los maestros son inteligentes. Las maestras son inteligentes. Now we have some others where we've got ends with a consonant. Okay, R is a consonant. We add ES to make it plural. Popular becomes populares. And it would be the same if it ends in a consonant for masculine or feminine. We don't add an O or an A. All right, a little bit of culture. We've got Gabriela and Josh. They're in Nicaragua. Okay, so what we're gonna look here is school-wise, okay? She says, mi nombre es Gabriela, son nicaragüense y tengo 13 años. My name is Gabriela, I'm Nicaraguan and I'm 13. No, yo no voy a la escuela, I don't go to school. La escuela no es gratuita y también no obligatoria después de los 12 años. School is not free and it's not obligatory after 12 years old. So this is Nicaragua. So remember, school is free up to 12. And then after that, you're not required to go, but it's also costs money if you want to go. Unfortunately, that means that a lot of the population in Nicaragua is not going to be very educated. You're going to have a lot of people going into service occupations rather than educated positions like doctors and lawyers and whatnot that require a college degree. So that does, and you know, if people don't have money, that really doesn't help their population to improve. She says, a mí me gusta mucho la escuela, pero mis padres no tienen recursos. I like school very much, but my parents don't have the resources. Me gusta mucho la clase de arte. I like art class. Yo soy un poco artística. I'm a little bit artistic. Now, she says, mi amigo Josh is americano y va a una escuela pública en los Estados Unidos. Josh is American and goes to public school in the U.S. Josh no necesita el uniforme. He doesn't need a uniform. And tiene 7 classes. He's got 7 classes. Josh le gusta también la clase de arte. He also likes art class. Josh le gusta dibujar en su cuaderno. He likes to draw his notebook. Los sábados y los domingos, Josh practica basketball a las 15 horas. Okay, he practices basketball at 3 o'clock. Notice she used the 24-hour clock. 15 hours is 3 o'clock. Sorry. And she says she doesn't like sports. Well, so the main thing you would take away from here is that in Nicaragua, school is free until you're 12. After that, it costs money. But you're not required to go, obviously, because you don't have the money, you can't go. All right, now this is what I wanted to show you guys here. This is, so if I click on annotate here, okay. Can you guys, you have like a little, bar that gives you things that you can do, like does it have a draw option for you?
Does it say view options?
Check on that. Or annotate, does it have annotate on there?
No, not for me.
Okay.
It doesn't say that for me either.
Does it give you a drawing option on here? Okay, so we're gonna do this a little differently. All right, first of all, I'm gonna take a picture of who all's here before people start taking off on me. Don't want people leaving early. And then we're gonna do a little bit of gaming. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna call out a word. And, the English and the Spanish are both here on the screen, okay? What I wanted was for you to be able to draw a line from one to the other. But if you're not having the option of drawing thing, then, and it's not giving me the option to see. All right, let me see. Let me. Yeah, it's not gonna. All right, so let's try this. If I say the word nada, now this is where I want you to unmute, or you can type in the chat box, okay? If I say the word nada, what word does that mean in English? Guys, it means nothing, yes. And let's unmute, let's talk, okay? All right, she is. Oh, did she is, what's that in Spanish? And you just
Ella es.
yes, very good. Okay.
Diverto, I think diverta, sorry.
No, you say the answer to what I have, okay? So if I give you the word, the blackboard, what is the blackboard in Spanish?
El pizarra, el
La
pizarra.
pizarra, okay? También. También, what is también? And you can type on the chat box, Rosella. También, what does that mean in English?
También.
Also, Journey says, which is correct. Okay, mas. Mas, what does mas mean in English?
Much.
More.
More. Okay. The writing, what is the Spanish word for the writing?
El escritorio.
Not that one.
La I can't say this. La escritura. La
Escritura, right, okay. All right, let's have lunch. What's the Spanish word for lunch?
Oh,
El almuerzo. I think.
What she was trying to say. El almuerzo.
Muruezo.
Very good. Okay, very good. Okay, we're gonna go on to the next little bit here. And so for 2.8, you have a quiz. Okay. And hopefully for 208 quiz, you won't have troubles. I will say that you want to know how to use gustar. So I like me gusta or me gustan, depending on the singular or the plural. Okay. It's the main thing to take away from that. Let's go on with adjectives for lesson 209. Okay. Objectives, not adjectives, sorry. Seeing that right. So for lesson 209, we're going to demonstrate command of the Spanish language and related culture by asking or answering questions, and demonstrate command of the Spanish language by orally asking simple questions. Those are standards. Okay, so 209 is all about your voice recording, your oral evaluation. And of course, it's worth like 4 times the points of your 207 assignment. So 209, you're going to tell me the name of your friend, tell me the time your friend's class ends, and tell me 2 items that your friend likes to wear. Let me emphasize likes to wear, not just likes. Okay, so let's look at your friend's name. You can do this in the chat box or you can unmute and tell me. How would you say my friend's name is, or my friend is, like their example? My friend is, and give their name. In Spanish, of course. You can type this or you can unmute and tell me. Okay, Annika says, mi amiga es, right. So let's say my friend's name is Shirley. I'd say mi amiga es Shirley. Okay. All right. Now you're going to say what time your friend's class ends. What's the word we use for ends? What's the verb to end? Does anybody know that? Or terminar, right. Let me put this in the chat for you guys. Okay, so terminar is the verb, and termina, yes, is the usage we want. Termina is the class ends, right? So how would you say my friend's class? Would we say my friend's class, or would we say the class of my friend? Okay. Well, we don't say mi amiga clase because mi amiga clase is like too Englishy. So we would say la clase de mi amiga. Oops, I'm sorry, I need to type that for everybody. Do that again. I've been working wrong. All right, let me do this. La clase de mi amiga. I'll see that now in the chat. Okay, so the class of my friend. And then we use, what do we use right after that to say it ends? Termina. So la clase de mi amiga termina, and then we need a time. Do we say our time in English? Do we say our time in English? No, we're doing Spanish class. We would say our time in Spanish, right? So, okay. Someone has volunteered a time. A las 8:30, 8:30. So, la clase de mi amiga termina a las 8:30. You could use a las 9 or a las 10 or a la 1. You pick the time. I don't care. I just want to make sure that the time is correct. Okay, but you're saying it in Spanish. Okay. Last item. Tell me 2 clothing items that your friend likes to wear to school. I had someone earlier this week submit something where they were saying the friend likes to wear clothes and something else that was not even clothing items. And so that's, of course, that's not going to work. We want to be specific. You know, my friend likes to wear, well, here they've got shoes and pants, or my friend likes to wear a skirt and a sweater or whatever. Okay. So how do you say, my friend likes to wear? That's the first part. My friend likes to wear. You would type this in the chat box. How do you say my friend? Oh, guys, I'm shy. You guys aren't usually so shy. All right. Mi amiga or mi amigo. Now, how do we say likes to wear? Not just likes, but likes to wear. Okay. So this is where you're using the verb gustar with an infinitive. So how would you just say likes? He or she likes. Okay, I'm gonna say mi amigo le gusta, because we learned about that. Mi amigo le gusta. And what's the word, the verb that means to wear? To wear. You understand that? Okay, that one is llevar. Llevar means to wear. Now, if you didn't have llevar in there, you have to worry about singular and plural. And it could get a little confusing because you're just beginning this, okay? So we're just using the singular form of gustar. So mi amigo le gusta llevar. My friend likes to wear, and then you have 2 items of clothing. Let's volunteer some clothing items. Go ahead. Come on. I want to see all of you either typing or talking. Okay, someone says zapatos. Get creative, use something other than the example on the screen. Camiseta. Okay, so we got to have 2 clothing items. Now, so likes to wear la camiseta y los zapatos. So just gonna say the t-shirt and shoes. The and is the word e, which I've heard all sorts of different pronunciations for the letter Y, which means and it's E, like E, but shorter, E, okay? We don't say Y, we don't say la camisa y los zapatos, we say la camisa y los zapatos, or una falda y una chaqueta, okay? So we want to do it like that. All right, this next page gives you a chart. Now, this chart is an example, okay? All these are example phrases. Do not go in and translate "my friend is Elena" into Spanish on some sort of translator, because you know translators are big no-nos, right? So you want to use a friend you have. I'm sure you all have at least one friend, okay? And if you don't have that one friend, give the name of your dog, but you know, your dog's gonna wear clothing. Okay, all right. So let's go back here. And so it's just that. Now, the truth is, once you get all done and you're through with 209, as long as you've already completed your DBA, that's everything in this first semester except for the midterm. And then all you have left is the midterm. And I want you to be reading your emails, because I'm going to be sending some emails out. If I notice that you're ready to take your midterm, I'm going to send you an email, say, hey, you're ready to take your midterm. Here's a password, because you each have a unique password. Okay, I can't just say blah, here it is. Okay. The other is, if you notice before I do that you're ready to take that midterm and you're happy with your grades so far in the class, then email me or text me and say, hey, I'm ready for my midterm. Can I get the password? Okay. And you have to ask for the password, because I can't always, I don't always catch that you're ready. Okay. If you haven't done collaboration, this is a 40-point assignment that is easy to do. You can do it for this live lesson. All you have to do is say, hey, I attended the live lesson for 208, 209. This is what I enjoyed about working with other students. This is what I remember learning, and then submit it. Okay, it doesn't have to be perfect, but make sure that you answer these 2 questions. Okay, and then submit it to me. It's the collaboration for segment 1. It's in your list of assessments. Okay. And that is it. You guys have any questions? No? All right. I'm gonna stop my screen share here. All right. Well, I enjoyed talking to you guys. If you have any questions, please contact me. And you're almost done. Finish up early so you can work on your other classes, or just have a bigger vacation. All right. Talk to you later.